morning, students. Hope you all are fine. Dear students, in our last class, science, we discussed about respiration in organism, right? About the breathing and respiration we already discussed, right, children? So, students, did you remember the mechanism of breathing in human being? Did you remember that one? Okay, let's check. Okay, and in that mechanism of breathing, we discussed about inhalation and exhalation, right? What all are the difference, children? We discussed. Say together. We already. What will happen if inhalation is happening? Inhalation, our ribs move up and outward. Ribs move up and outward. What about exhalation, children? Ribs move down and inward, just opposite of inhalation. Okay, then what about diaphragm? In inhalation, diaphragm moves down, but in exhalation, diaphragm moves up. Okay, then in inhalation, our chest cavity space will be increase the space in chest cavity, but in exhalation, decrease the space in chest cavity. Okay, and in inhalation, air rushes into the lungs. That's why it will be increase the space in chest cavity. But in exhalation, air that is pushed out of the lung. Okay, air pushed out of the lung. Okay, so these all are the main difference. Okay, when you are learning about inhalation and exhalation, you have to understand the difference also. Hope you all learned this one. We discussed this one in our last session. I'm just remembering you, and we can do one activity. So the picture of mechanism of breathing in human being. You have to refer the page number 113, inhalation and exhalation. Both pictures you have to be draw in your notebook and submit it in Google Classroom. Okay, children? We can check breathing in other animals. Do you know, children, different organisms possess different organs for the exchange of gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen for respiration. Let's check that one. So, students, in human, the main respiratory organ is lungs, right? Okay. What about frog? In frog, lungs and skin. Why skin? The skin of frog is very moisty and slimy. We can feel that one. So they can breathe through the skin as like earthworm. Earthworm also breathe through their skin. Okay. And in elephant and lion, then cow, snake, birds, breathing through their lungs itself. Okay. Lungs in their chest cavity. So we can learn easily in human lungs, in frog lungs and skin also. In elephant, lion, birds, cow and snake, lungs in their chest cavity. But what about this, children? Fishes, insects and earthworm. Earthworm I already discussed. That is, it is breathing through their skin itself. But fishes and insect, we can check that one detail. Fishes, they are breathing through their gills. Okay, it is a type of a projection in skin. They are breathing through their gills. But all fishes not breathing through their gills. Exception cases are there. In dolphin and whale, they don't have the gills. Then how they are breathing? Actually, fishes are breathing through the gills and they are using the dissolved oxygen in water. But in dolphin and whale, there is no gills. Then how they are respiring, children? How they are breathing? The main thing, they have a holes in their body. Look at the picture, you can see that holes in the body. And through that holes, like nostrils, okay, and they are breathing through that nostrils, and time to time dolphin, they are come out of the space for breathing, right? So these two are the exception cases. Okay, next we can check about cockroach, how they are breathing. So insects like cockroach and ants, mainly they are breathing through their spiracles. What is spiracles, children? It is a type of a tiny opening we can see on the body of cockroach. Okay, on the side of the body we can see an opening that we call spiracles. Through this they can breathe. Okay, and inside the body of cockroach, you can see the picture, there is a network of tube. That tube we called trachea. Okay, and it helps for exchange of gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide. Okay, so that network of tubes we call trachea. Through the trachea, exchange of gases is happening. We can check more detail. Students, oxygen rich air rushes through the spiracles into tracheal tube. We know that air is going to the oxygen rich air is going to the tracheal tube through the spiracles, and it diffuses into the body tissue. That oxygen rich air diffuses into the body tissue and it reaches every cells. Okay, that's why they can get oxygen. And similarly, after that, they gives out carbon dioxide, and from the cells it goes into the tracheal tube and move out through spiracles. Okay, so it helps for spiracle is help for mainly for entering and exit of gases. Okay, air tubes or trachea we can see only in insects. Okay, we learned about respiration and breathing also, right? And so ultimately we can say like that all living organisms, they need to respire for get the energy, and it needed for the survival of an organism. Okay, students, so all should have to read the chapter 3 times and do the activity. So we can meet in our next class. Thank you.